Hello, it's Jenny from A Stamping Journey. Welcome back. I have a gorgeous card to share with you today using the new Around the Bend bundle, the stamps and the dies. Particularly, I wanted to show you some tips in lining up these stamps and the dies. I'm loving this new bundle. It was the top of my list when I first saw the mini catalogue. So let's get started. Just a reminder that any of the products that you see are available in my store. If you're in Australia, head on over or contact me directly, and don't forget to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. So the paper we'll need, so a standard card base, 21 centimeters by 14.8, scored at 10.5, or 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. You'll also need 3 pieces. They're all about the same size. A white card. I'm using fresh freesia, so any card that coordinates with your paper. And this beautiful Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. Isn't it so pretty? I love the colors, and just the images of it is so beautiful. This paper is available as one of the Sale-A-Bration choices, so it's great that you get it as a free gift. So now the size for this is 14.4 centimeters by 10.1 centimeters, or 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So that will be the same. I did make the freesia a little bit smaller, but if you make them the same size, that's okay. I wanted to make sure there was enough room to die cut. So first thing is you want to die cut your freesia card. I'm using, these are the lovely dies. So you have a number of different edges. I think I've shared them with you before. I've shared some other projects using this bundle. I'm using this lovely dotted edge. So you'll just want to get your die cut machine. You'll be able to use the mini machine for this. It'll be fine to fit through it. I use the silicone mat under this, and that just helps reduce it from sliding around. The mini machine is a little more wobbly. It's because it's lighter, so that does help a lot. You want your plate number 1 and your plate number 2. And then we're just going to position this. I'll just check which way you use the die. You want to position this edge towards the bottom of your card, so then your dots will be die cut from the main part of it. So just run that through. I find it helped if you go back again too, because of the detail in it. Now you might want to just use your piercer or your brush to just pop out some of these, but it's come out fairly well. So we'll just get rid of that. So there's our card piece. What I wanted to show you is how do we get this dotted curved edge to line up underneath this, as I've done on the card. So you've got your piece, you've got your white card. I'm going to line up the white card with the freesia card for now. Just place it down. Get your stamp out. So this is our dotted scallop edge. It's photopolymer. The great thing is that you can move this around. So place it upside down because that's how it's going to stamp. And just lay it down on your card, on your white card, following under this freesia card. So you're going to get this curve happening there, like that. Just hold that in position. Now pick up, you're going to use your large block. You can use the extra large one, but I'm just using this one. It's the block I, and put that down on your end of your block and on this side. Just carefully, if it it wriggles a little. It's not too bad. So now you want to do this before you've inked the stamp at all. So it's a clean stamp, so you're not going to have any inking on it. So if you stamp this, you are going to find that it will go in place. What I also have done is I've just left the freezer card back in place. You'll have that there, you can see. I'll get your ink. I'm using the Old Olive and just gently tap the stamp. You don't want to rock it, you want to just gently tap so you pick up your ink. You don't want to get any ink on the rest of the edge. Move that out of the way for now. So just gently line up where it is and press it down. It doesn't have to be perfect. You'll see that the stamp does come off the end of this block, but because of the card size, it's not going to matter. So give that a good press down. Make sure you've got all those dots transferred, and there you have it. Now the next trick is lining up that die with the stamped edge. So we've got this time our scallop edge, and that can just position. So hopefully you can see that okay there. Wiggle it around so that you get a rough scallop edge on it, and you want those dots in the middle of, nearly in the middle of each scallop. So if you cut it like that, it'll go pretty close. So we're going to run that through the machine now. Just hold that in place. You can use a post-it note or some washi tape or something to hold it in place while you run it through, if you like. So I'll just go and cut that now. Now I've die cut that out. Just a note too, this piece is a little wider, so you will need your larger machine for that. Now part of it hasn't quite cut there, but you can just, to fit in, just give it a little snip and that's fine. Now we can assemble the card. So grab your white card base. What I also find before you glue it down, position everything on your card so you know how they sit. You may want to just give it a little trim. So we have our white, because you want to be able to see some of this pretty paper. I've just cut it to the size of the card so you can work with it. So I do want to see a lot more of this pretty paper. So we're going to get a paper trimmer and just cut off some of the top of the purple and of the white. There we go. So just to experiment again, just have a look, see if you'd like any more. So I cut off about 1 centimetre, which is about half an inch. Just under half an inch. So it just depends. You can trim off more if you like, which I think when you look at the original card, I've taken off quite a bit. So I'm going to just take off another little bit. There we are. I think it's ready to put together now. We're just going to adhere it. You'll see it. You can have a wiggle. So I use the Tombow glue because I like to have a little wiggle room on it. You can just maneuver this piece. It'd be good to check it again before you glue it down, because you may want to trim a little bit extra off it. We'll just go with that now. And it's great that you can slide it into place. We've got a little tiny flower that we're going to stamp in our corner here. Just add a little tiny flower, which is sweet. For our sentiment, I am going with hello there. So we'll get our black, just using Memento. To card that I'm using the Something Fancy dies, I'm just grabbing this one. Hopefully that fits on there. Got the right size card, and we'll cut that out. Add some dimensionals on this. Put that up there now. To finish it off, I have done a little ribbon bow. So just with your baker's twine, just to do that, it's better to make it larger. You can always adjust that. Do 2 bunny ears. Try not to twist that loop. That's when you're going to get a twisted bow. Try and keep them both the same. Over the top. This top one will go under and through that little loop at the bottom. Grab that loop. Now let the left side go. And then pull it. Now all you can do then is just adjust that to the size that you want to. Don't worry about the length, you can trim that off a little. Position it, let's have a look. That'll be all right there. We want to have some threads on that. Grab scissors, cut that off. Grab a glue dot for that. And just have a look at it. Maybe you want to trim those up a little more. Maybe they're okay, but we'll let that go for now. What you'll also want is a little dragonfly trinkets. Have you seen these? They're so sweet. Just tiny little dragonflies. So we're just going to grab one of those, and you can use a glue dot to stick that down. Now you'll find the glue dot is a little bit larger. You don't want that to see that, so just stick that in. You can use your paper piercer if you haven't got nails to do that, or don't want to do it with your fingers. And then you don't see the glue dot. So we'll just add that. Which way will we put it? This way. A little dragonfly coming in. So there is your hello there card with the round the bend. So I hope you like it. If you're on YouTube, give it a thumbs up. If you're on Facebook watching it, just like and share it with your friends. They might like to see it too. So happy crafting. I hope you pull out your stamps and inks today, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.